Wow, Metalmouth Media here with Beyond Eternal. So since last time I've seen you guys, a lot has happened. And one of the things I heard you guys had a distribution deal in Europe. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Europe's a big spot for metal, right? So we want to get as much out there as we can get. So,
Are you guys sending them like physical copies, or is it all digital, or what's the story?
Everything's digital now. I mean, the album's been out for a couple of years, so we've actually sold out of every physical copy that we have. So everything's digital. Buy it on Bandcamp, or iTunes, or Amazon, or
wherever you want.
Wherever you get your music online, buy the album.
Speaking of album being released for a few years, any new album coming out?
Yeah, we're actually working on writing right now. We've got several really kick-ass tunes in the works. After tonight's show, we're not kind of doing much. We're just going to hunker down. Album's not writing itself, unfortunately, so my God, I got to work.
Are you guys going to play any new songs tonight or anything?
We got one new song we're playing tonight. Pretty kick-ass. Probably one of my favorites so far, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
And the winter's coming, and Halloween is coming. Any big plans for Halloween? Usually metal bands try to do something crazy for Halloween.
We're probably still going to be writing, to be honest. We're back in Halifax in November. That's the last gig of the year for us. And like I said, we're just going to spend all of our time writing and then hopefully start recording in the spring. We'll see how it goes. We're not going to rush it.
You think you might have a release by next year?
The goal is to have it released at some point next year. I mean, I'd love to have another Halloween release. We did it around Halloween last year. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Takes time.
When's the album is out, do you guys plan on doing like a fair amount of touring and stuff? Or?
Yeah, the goal is to tour as much as possible. I mean, we didn't get out as much this year as we would like to. Next year, we plan to obviously come back here. It's one of our favorite places to play. Hit up Charlottetown maybe for the first time. Head our way towards Quebec and Ontario, and kind of go from there. I mean, I'd love to play Vakken if you're watching out there, Mr. Vakken owner guy. But
Tomas, yeah.
Tomas, yeah.
Yeah, Tomas.
Do you guys think you'll actually make like a music video or anything like that?
We actually already have a music video, and funny enough, it's actually not with me in it. It's with the other bass player that was in it when I had left originally, because being a new father and all, right, I didn't have, it was a bit of a scramble. We are going to probably, I think we're doing 2 on this next one, I think.
Maybe 3, depending on how it goes.
Oh, that'd be great. And it's nice these days. It's not as expensive as it used to be. A lot of it can be done by yourselves and stuff like that. And
well, yeah, and that's just a big thing. And you got to find someone who's actually going to be willing enough to, work on it and spend the time doing it. And then it's like, back and forth, trying to make sure everything is, to the exact spec that you originally wanted it, right? So.
And also the album. Where are you guys recording it, and are you producing it yourselves?
We're recording and producing it at the studio that I built.
You built a studio.
Yeah, we did the first album at a little local studio called The Cave. Turned out good, but this time around, wanted to kind of take even more time with it. So I felt that it was the time to kind of bite the bullet and make the investment. So we've kind of
this way we can work around our own time and not work around somebody else's time. Appreciate everything that they've done for us, but at the same time, it's now we can work around our own schedule, so it's a little better for us.
And also, you're saying everything's digital now, but not quite. Vinyl is coming back with a vengeance, and I'm a huge vinyl fan. And that, I know it's very expensive, but that being said, any chance of seeing vinyl from you guys?
If we're gonna release vinyl, we're gonna have to have the funds to do it first. The last time I had checked, I had spoke to Sean Arsenian from the Great Sabatini, and I said, "What's the chances of vinyl?" And he's like, "Well, you have to have a minimum of 100 records, and then you got to sell them. But in order to get them, it's like $2,000 to have them made. So if you don't sell them all."
I've seen bands before do pre-order before they do it. Okay. So because the price is so damn expensive. So if people pay up, then they say, "Well, then we'll do it."
Absolutely. You know what I mean?
So that'd be a way to do it. Like,
I mean, I grew up with vinyl, so I mean, I'd love to have one. At the same time,
who's got $2,000?
We're not fucking Metallica, right? So, that shit costs money. Working on it. We'll see what happens. Not saying yes, not saying no. I plead the fifth.
So anything else to say?
Water, not alcohol. So, you know, it's pretty sad.
I just finished rum because I have a cold. My song tonight's really going to suck tonight, so I'm going to forewarn the crowd. And if they're okay with that, then, well, lovely. If not, well...
Lower your expectations.
And also, if Matt LeBlanc from Bistro Throne, if you're watching, I'm not trying to rip you off being a bass player with a flat cap. It's my grandfather's. I love you.
One more quick question. Will you guys ever add another guitar player?
That is a tough one. We've kind of been down that road. We started off as a three-piece that kind of built the core of what Beyond Eternal is. It's hard to find a guy that fits the vision, fits where we want to go with it, and also can adapt to my rather unique playing style. The short answer is pretty no at this point.
You never know.
If the right guy comes along, our previous guitar player had to leave due to some personal issues that he had to deal with. We get it, love and support the guy. If he wants to come back, that door is open. Other than that, that chapter is closed. We'll make it work as is, right? Less headache. Just focus on what we need to focus on. Less distractions.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for talking to me, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Can't wait to see you guys tonight. This is Metal Mouth Media with Beyond Eternal. Yeah!